6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m. And I'm like dead last. I'm 8 a.m.
There it is. All right, we're gonna get the show rolling. And this is just raw stuff. All right, and I'm gonna record as we go along. All right, this is Coach Allen with the GameReady Podcast with one of my student athletes that I've trained for like the last 5 years. He's probably one of the most impressive young men that you'll ever meet. I've had the opportunity to work with Charlie for 5 years, and this is his last day really in Orlando. So I appreciate him taking the time out of his really busy schedule, getting ready to go to West Point, and we'll just start it off. So tell everybody who you are, Charlie.
My name's Charlie Rolenc. Man, what should I say?
This is just a conversation, big dog.
All
right.
I played football for Bishop Moore.
Okay.
I got recruited, go to West Point and play football there as defensive tackle. And tomorrow I leave for West Point and I report on the 28th.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited.
Okay.
I'm really excited.
All right. Well, I mean, I know you're gonna do some really cool things. I did a little research, and I've known you for a while.
Yeah.
And I didn't know. I didn't know you got recruited by Brown, Navy, Cornell, and Columbia.
Yeah, I got almost a lot of the Ivy Leagues recruited me.
That is
and including Harvard,
yeah.
And then the only one I didn't get was like Yale.
Yeah. You're not missing anything. No, I don't know shit. I barely got into Cincinnati, so I can't talk crap. So, all right. I mean, it's been a cool journey. You were a 3-year starter at Bishop Moore.
3-year starter.
3-year starter.
Uh-huh.
All right. Tell us a little bit about your experience at Bishop Moore.
Oh man, it was fun.
Okay.
It was really fun. I actually played tight end my freshman year.
Oh.
My freshman year, and I had like the leading touchdowns as a tight end ever to go to Bishop Moore. I got 8 touchdowns that year.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, and then Coach Hub came up to me, the defensive line coach. He came up to me and he goes, "Charlie, we look at you playing D-line for the rest of your Bishop Moore career." So that freshman spring season, I started at D-line. I started nose tackle. I was only about 180 pounds.
Yeah, you were light.
I was only about 180 pounds. And I was about 6 foot. So I was playing defensive tackle at 180 pounds. And then throughout the years went on, of course, I got bigger, grew a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I just had a lot of fun. I played some left tackle too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you played offensive line
when they needed me. Yeah,
when he needed
mm-hmm.
you. Yeah, I mean it's been a great journey. Just seeing Charlie grow and seeing Charlie do some really really impressive things and set the foundation for a lot of the kids who came in here. When I started out, Charlie was one of my first clients as a youth athlete. And I was, I didn't know what to think because he came in, he was a knock-knee kid. He was kind of gangly. He was going through that awkward stage. But when we hit the ground running from the assessment to the actual workout, Charlie did some amazing things. His memory is like unbelievable. I tell everybody this story. He memorized the workout from soup to nuts, from the warm up to the cool down, and he did the workout on his own, which impressed me beyond belief. I thought I was only gonna have Charlie for like a year because I didn't know. I know he had a real busy schedule. I knew things were, he was going to school at Bishop Moore, and I thought it was going to be a little tight to get him back. And he showed up a year later, and he was like 2 inches taller and like 10 pounds heavier, and I was impressed. Yeah, I mean, you did the work that a lot of adults wouldn't do, and the application to do the work. Tell people what's your process on how you approach work, just plain work.
I approach it with a goal. Any type of work, really. I approach it with a goal. I always, close. Okay. I approach it with a goal. So whenever I do something, I see, hey, I'm gonna get something out of this. So especially in here in the weight room, my goal was always to play college football. That was always my goal. And then even when I played basketball in 8th grade, I wanted to make the basketball team so badly. So I would go out in the garage and I would just get the basketball and dribble between my legs, dribble side to side for a whole hour or two.
That is sweet.
And that's how I approach it. I have a goal. I write it down. I put it on my mirror every day. And then when I achieve it, I check it off.
That's excellent. I had no idea that he had this process, and this is the process that I tell everybody how to actually set goals. And it's amazing how just having a process to be able to work will allow you to do some things that you never thought you could do. And all it is consistent effort.
Yeah.
I did a podcast like 3 months ago, I think like 2 months ago, about motivation. And if you want to listen to it, it's kind of, it is kind of to the point, but it was inspired by seeing individuals like Charlie, and I have several other student athletes around the same mold and the same type of work ethic, where it wasn't about their motivation. It was times where Charlie didn't even want to be in here. I could tell, but he had a goal in mind, and his work ethic and his consistent effort allowed him to do the work when he did not want to.
Yeah.
And it pushed him to do some really, really cool things. And if you guys don't already know, Charlie's on half my post, because it's just impressive to see the growth of someone who applies himself to every last task that he has to do. He applies fully. He's all in. And the Army in West Point they're getting a great person, and they're getting somebody who has a future of leading people, because the first signs of a good leader is somebody who will do things and ask things of themselves and push themselves beyond certain limits. And they won't ask anybody else to do something that they would not do themselves. And his ability to push beyond a certain point will carry a ripple effect around the people around him, and it will force them to be great people. And that's all you want. Well, that's all you really want in a leader. And that's, I'm a little impartial, but that is what you want in a leader: somebody who is willing to do the work and is willing to share themselves and actually do the things that needs to be done when they don't want to do it. So,
I mean, it was, with me, it was never really about motivation. It was always about discipline.
There it is.
I could, sometimes I would come in here, I would have zero motivation to do it, but I said, you know what? I have a goal. I'm going to stay disciplined to that, and I'm going to stay in here and I'm going to work.
Exactly. And it was just very good to see that. And I could tell that was a big part of what Charlie wanted to get done. Was he wanted to play college football. He wanted to contribute and also help his team win at Bishop Moore. That's why everybody that knows him on the coaching staff, they have the same opinion of him that I have. And when he was going through the whole recruiting process, that was the only time that I saw him really just be got like a fish out of water. So Tell us about your recruiting process and how you actually decided to go to Army.
And it was a journey, it was truly a journey about that recruiting process. So when COVID hit, all of us were like, dang, we don't think we're going to get recruited, because it was late in the game. There were no official visits, no camps.
Mm-hmm.
And then out of the blue one day, I get a text from Coach Dixon from Army. He's a cornerbacks coach.
Mm-hmm.
And he texts me. He goes, "Hey, big dog, what's up? I liked what I saw on your film, and I want to get your number." So he texts me, and then I text him back. I'm like, "Oh, appreciate it, coach. I'll send you my number." So we start talking. And then about a week later, I get a text from Coach Jasper from Navy. And, yeah, they're like head-to-head competing for me.
Yeah.
So Navy was the first one that offered me. And then the next day, Army offered me. But the thing was, with Navy, they offered me as an offensive lineman. And if I wanted to be a D lineman, I would have to go to the prep school. But Army, they offered me the next day. They said, okay, we're going to offer you as a D lineman. You could come direct. And that's why I chose it. I want to just go right into the academy, you know. And I liked the energy there. I loved the energy at West Point. I still haven't seen it yet. I can't wait to see it tomorrow. But I love the energy. The coach's energy was just different. They were more enthusiastic about getting a recruit, you know.
That is excellent. Yeah. And you know, as you know, I've trained 2 other young people that are going to West Point. John Anthony, and his sister. What am I thinking? You know, damn, I don't know why I'm going blank. But the main point is these youth athletes have the same physical and mental approach to everything. John Anthony was the same way. You know, Ayanna Bartley was the other one. She's very, very driven, very, very goal focused. Everybody has a point of achieving a goal, and it was just very impressive to see that. So I mean, you know, I like I said, I have 2 other they were youth athletes, but they're not going to West Point to play sports, but they found the same mold as you. And you know, like I said, you know, you guys set the tone for everybody who came in here, and it really was impressive to see you guys grow and really take what I was able to facilitate and apply it in a way where it actually helped you achieve a goal. And that's what everybody wants. Everybody wants that opportunity to actually help someone achieve a goal. And that's really why I got into what I do. Yeah. I like helping people who are motivated. Not really motivated, I shouldn't even use that word, who have the discipline to get the job done. And you know, it's just a joy to see that. You know, tell us about your how are you going to approach when you get on campus?
I'm going to approach it the same way. I'm going to take it one day at a time, you know, because it's definitely going to be tougher going there and not having a phone, not being able to talk to my parents, not being able to talk to you.
Yeah.
Everybody from down here, being away from home. I'm just going to take it one day at a time, you know. I'm not going to worry about what's going on tomorrow. I'm not going to worry about what happened the day before.
There it is.
You know. And then I'm just gonna ride it out, see how basic training is, and I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm just gonna enjoy it, even though it's not supposed to be enjoyable.
Hey, that's a relative term.
Yeah.
So one man's enjoyment is another man's hell. Yeah. So I mean, it's the bottom line. You have a way of approaching it that will allow you to succeed, and you can't go anything's dreading it. You're going if you're going into any situation where you're dreading, oh man, I gotta do this, you're in the wrong situation. Yeah. You probably need to really reassess what you want to get done and choose another path. Yeah. And you're supposed to enjoy it. I like the fact that you even said that, because the main objective is to have fun while you're working.
Exactly.
That's it. You know, I try to do that myself. So but you know, pretty much that you know, I'm trying to think of some other things, you know. Tell me about your experience here working out.
Oh, man.
Tell me your experience at Atlas Performance Training. How was it working? Because I know sometimes coming in here was not the easiest thing.
Oh no.
And it was not, and it was very, I could tell some days it was like a true job, but it was good to see your transformation while we actually got into the session.
Yeah.
Because when you got going, everything else wasn't even a factor, and everything just kind of motored by. So
I mean, coming in here in 7th grade 5 years ago, I was short, fat, and I was just I was looking for something to do, because that's when I really decided, you know, I think I want to play college football. and I came in here and I saw you. I was a little intimidated.
I know.
But when we had our first workout, I was like, oh, wow. Wow, I really like doing this.
That is cool.
Oh man, and it's just something I fell in love with, was just working out in here and feeling the sweat drip down my face. Feeling sore after a workout. I enjoy that. Especially here.
Man, it's been a pleasure. The hardest part over the last couple of years is finding things that challenge you.
Yeah,
that's been the hardest thing, because everything I've thrown at you, you've just destroyed and had no issue completing it, and completing it times 10. So that's been the hardest thing especially over the last like year and a half, is finding things to challenge you and make it comprehensive to what you want to get done.
Yeah,
and that's I've been here racking my brain. Because usually I can make a program with no problem, but I'll be racking my brain trying to figure out what we could do to challenge you and put you in a position to be even more physically imposing on people. Yeah. And I think we found the blueprint, because right now you're probably one of the strongest people that I'm training at this point. Which ended on Thursday, but you're really, really physically. You're the most physically strong I've seen you ever. Yeah, and you're confident in yourself, and you have a really good solid base of strength and conditioning, which I'm happy that I was able to help you with that.
I was always thrilled to be here.
Yeah,
even though I wasn't motivated sometimes.
I couldn't tell. I appreciate it.
But I was always thrilled to be here. I always loved working out here.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I mean, the cool thing is his senior year, Charlie came in and he told me he wanted to throw shot put. I was like, make it happen.
Yeah.
It was the coolest thing. And the whole process to see him develop a true passion to love to throw the shot put and to see where you went. Tell us about your experience this year, your senior year, playing, throwing shot put for track for Bishop Moore.
All right, so I started originally like in shot put back in my sophomore year of high school. That's when I started track, and then I really wasn't involved. I kind of was like just doing it to do it. I wasn't really wanting to compete. So last year rolled around and I wasn't able to finish my season. So I thought to myself, I got to go back out there and prove something. I got to go prove something this year. So I had one of my friends, Bishop, he left school, but he helped me because him and I were neck and neck, and he never thrown a shot put before. He's just a freak athlete. So I was competing with him every meet. One meet he would win, one meet I would win. It's just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, until he left school. And then I was just like, oh, it's all on my shoulders now. I got to make my coach proud. And I want to do it for myself as well. So I came in here and I told you, I'm like, hey, I want to get more explosive. I want to get stronger because I want to be able to throw that shot put and I want to break that school record. And my goal was to go to states. But then once I got to states, my goal was to win states.
That is excellent.
And then I came in third place, and every one of my attempts for states, I was over the school record.
That is excellent.
Yeah.
That is excellent. And just being a spectator, outside looking in, to see your ability to focus, and you flipped the script. It was when you were talking about track, it was like you were talking about football.
Yeah.
And your process on how you were refining your throws. It was impressive. I'm a technician. I love hearing about technical aspects of improving. Yeah. I love hearing about how people's approach, even the intricate details. When you were talking about the intricate details of your throw,
oh yeah,
I was like, he got it. I was like, he's got it. And when he texted me, Charlie texted me and told me, what happened. I was like, you got the blueprint. I was like, you got the blueprint now. And a lot of people don't. And you, I know you kind of thought I was crazy.
No, I was like, hey.
I mean, a lot. I mean, I'm a thinker, and I think about I really kind of process things. I try to make things into tangible ways of just viewing things. And when you approach track and you broke everything down, you broke your form down, your technique down, how you actually approach the practice, it was impressive. And to see your accomplishment within a 6-month span on, throwing the shot put, where you really you almost had like almost a year, 18 months off from even touching a shot put. I mean, to see that, it was so impressive. I'm being honest with you. I mean, I try to apply that to everything that I do. I love seeing people work through a process and achieve the goal. That is so, I mean, that's the coolest thing. That's why I wanted you on the podcast to talk about that, to see that process. And maybe that can help somebody else just simplify things and keep things in perspective.
Yeah.
And not really sweat things.
Well, like I said, I had a goal.
Yeah.
I wrote that goal down. I wrote at the beginning of the school year, I wrote down, hey, I want to hit 15 meters on shot put.
Here it is.
I want to hit 15 meters on shot put.
Wow.
And then I broke that record in regionals. So I broke that goal.
Holy
And
cow.
then I got out to states, and I said, you know what? I have nothing to lose. I want to win.
That is cool.
And then I just threw 16 meters and 21 centimeters. So 53 feet.
Holy
Broke
cow.
the school record by 2 feet.
Holy cow. That is impressive, man. I told you my stories about when I used to see kids throw shot put. Very few kids got over 50 meters, 50 feet.
Yeah.
Very few kids I've known to go over 50 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Once you go over 50 feet, that's instantly competitive in the state of Florida for a shot put. And you hit 53 after almost having a year off. That's impressive. So, I mean, that alone, I wasn't really surprised, but I was just impressed to see your growth and how you actually, processed your goals into achieving them. That was a cool thing.
I appreciate it.
That was cool.
Yeah, I did all the extra work too.
Yeah.
I came in here,
Mm-hmm.
we worked at practice.
Yeah.
I had a whole routine, and then when I had off time, I would watch David Stroll. He's a glider. He glides. He's really good. And I would break down his throw. Wow. So I knew how to get the flick right.
Yeah.
And then I knew how to glide right.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
That's impressive. All right, so tell us, what is your plans? What do you want to accomplish in college? What is your main goal starting out when you become a cadet at West Point?
I mean, well, first before everything, during BCT, I really want to ace the Canada or whatever the Army Combat Fitness test.
Yeah.
I want to ace that because we've been working on that for 6 weeks now. And it's something that I look forward to.
Yeah.
It's a mountain to climb that I'm ready to do.
Oh yeah.
But after that, my next goal is to make the travel squad for the football team.
You want to make it your first year?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, because you don't get a redshirt year.
Yeah, you don't.
You get 4 years at an academy.
Yeah.
So I want to make the most of every year.
Of course. Yeah, and I think you have a legitimate shot because you have a guy in front of you who's a senior that you can learn from.
Yeah,
which is huge.
And he's really good.
So I'm looking forward to seeing you. Hopefully, we get a chance to come up there and see you.
Yeah.
And hang out with John and just have a really good time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm looking forward to this whole process, seeing you grow over the next 4 years. And you always are welcome back here.
I'll be back here.
Oh man, Charlie, I'm telling you, like I told your parents at your graduation party, I told your grandparents, there's certain individuals that set the expectation for the people who follow them. And I believe you're one of them. So that's a huge benefit.
Appreciate
You know, I mean, and I'm just happy to be a part of the whole process. And I thank you and your parents for allowing me to be a part of the process and really, they trusted me, which I was.
Yeah.
I mean, they are if you ever meet Charlie's parents, you will never see them with a frown on their face. They're always smiling. They're always very, very jovial. I mean, but they're serious people. They have an objective, and they've raised some really, really great sons. And your brother, he's going into his junior year. He's going into his junior year. He's going to be a pilot, right?
Yeah, he just completed his private license.
I mean, and it's a family, along with the Bartleys and like the other families that I train. They're really close to me, and I'm really grateful for the opportunity to work with you guys.
I'm thankful to be in here.
Oh man, hey. It's been a pleasure. I know you got to go. I thank you for just coming by for this little chat. And, I know you leave tomorrow. I told my girl, I was like, Charlie leaving tomorrow. She like, okay. I was like, I may cry. She like, no. No, but I'm very, very happy to see the person that you've grown into, and it's just impressive. And I want to say thank you for everything.
I don't want to say the same thing to you.
I take compliments. I don't really take compliments well or thank yous well, but I really, you are so welcome, and it's been my pleasure. And I'm looking forward to seeing you do some really, really good things, and then we'll pick it up when you get back in town. When you get back in town,
yeah.
And well, I mean, that's pretty much it. This has been the GameReady Podcast with Charlie, and we're signing off. You guys take care.
Have a nice day.